I'm Tommy Bryson. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, perfect, man. So this call is gonna be recorded and potentially uploaded. Cool.
That's cool.
All right, how can I help?
I was just calling to see because I watched a video earlier where you were talking about the Chill Cow channel,
Yeah.
and you were talking about like how you. I'm pretty much trying to start a channel that's like that.
Okay.
I already got the name for it, but I was looking up more places to get um, like
Music.
music and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
music and pictures. So before I even start kind of uploading, I can have like a catalog or more than a couple of things kind of ready. The
Okay.
website that I went to that you gave me, I think it was Pexels, and
Mm-hmm.
it was the someone's name. It was like music.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some content on there. I'm looking for mostly free content. I saw some content, but there wasn't like a lot, and
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure. So that's why I was going on other websites and looking up, seeing if free videos or free images I can get with also free music. So I just kind of am calling you to, not really for questions, because I know you have a lot of stuff already on it, and other people do too, but really just kind of for tips for starting the channel and
Mm-hmm.
I guess other things I would want to do to like really grow an audience and really grow subscribers and stuff.
Okay. So if you watch Chilcot, right, you notice that
Mhm.
it's kind of becoming more like a brand now, and it's like a
Yeah.
community, and it's more interactive.
Uh huh.
That's what you're kind of trying to like simulate or create. So when you're building out this channel, yeah, the name is important, but also like your mascot is also pretty important, right? So the
Gotcha.
mascot is a person who's actually gonna be representing it. So for them is usually that Korean girl. I think she's Korean. I'm not sure. Usually like the Korean girl. It's usually like the chill music. But a lot of it is they have like a constant live stream that's always happening 24/7. That's something you got to figure out exactly how to do. So it's like a
Mhm.
constant live stream always going on. People are always talking. They're being respectful, sharing their ideas, and they also make, for example, like other playlists. For example, like study sessions, and they use, for example, SEO optimization, which stands for search engine optimization, to title things correctly, so they kind of get viewers. So that means when I title something, I don't just call it Music 101. I call it, for example, chill beats for studying 25 minutes of vibes or whatever it is, right? That way I know
Mhm.
for a fact people are actually going to search things up and they're going to find my channel. Now, one thing I heard you say, which is kind of like a red flag for me, was, Tommy, I'm waiting to have like this whole catalog so then I can start uploading. The answer is I would probably start uploading as soon as possible and just get started. The faster you get started, the more you start building and the more you start reflecting and knowing what people are actually into. Because the main problem is if you wait until you have all this content and everything's perfectly edited and you did everything correctly that in your mind, but then you start uploading and people hate it, well, you already have 10 videos that most likely people are going to hate. But if you start with one
Mhm.
and you gauge the reaction, okay, boom, that got like 5 views. Okay, let's try something else. And okay, that got 10 views. And maybe that got 5 views again. What am I doing that it's not working out? You know what I mean? Make sense?
Yeah. Yep. That
And
definitely makes sense.
something I saw, I love this channel. I don't remember the name, but there's actually, so you see how you have like Chill Cow with the Korean girl, right?
Mhm.
There's this other guy that has a channel, and he literally is like the Korean girl. So it's kind of like a live view of him doing study sessions for like hours. So you're in college? Are you? What do you do?
I'm not in college right now,
So what do you do? You
so
have a job?
yeah, I'm just working.
Where do you work?
Target.
Okay, so you're in Target, and what do you have going on? That's it?
Target, and I have another like a small side job.
What is it?
I'm like washing dishes
Okay. Well,
at
how
this
old are
one
you?
place. So I'm 24.
You're my age, so that's
Mhm.
awesome. So look, right? This whole YouTube thing is like a side hustle, right? So just make sure you like it, you're good at it, and it's gonna make you money. And it's not gonna make you money right now, but if you start by building a brand and you get the knowledge first, like there's a book I think it's called 21 Laws of Immutable. What is it called? No, I think it's 22 Laws of immutable brand or something like that, and just read books about this stuff, right? Whether it's marketing, whether it's YouTube books, whether it's watching people make videos about that stuff to actually teach you things, and on top of that, like taking courses. But one thing I will say is, if you're working at Target, you live on your own, by the way?
No.
Okay, great. So you live with your parents, right?
Yes.
All right, so that means you probably have some dispensable income. What I would do with my extra income, bro, is upgrade my skill ASAP. So whether that's a trade job, whether that's college, or whether that's like a certification, or like whatever it is, in order to increase the amount of money I can actually earn. Because if you're gonna be building YouTube, it can take you a day. It can take you most likely over a year or 2 years or 3 years, or it might not happen. Things like that actually happen, right? So
Yep.
that's like a big chance, a big risk, because I did it for 11 years before anything happened. So that's what I'm telling you. So I wouldn't wait 11 years to make that thing happen when I can say like, okay, I work at Target, I wash dishes. With my extra time, I'm gonna do this trade job or this certificate or get licensed or go to college. And with that money that I'm spending on that to make sure you graduate debt free and you apply for all the scholarships, when you graduate 2, 3, 4 years from now you're like 27, 28. But now you go from making probably like, how much are you making? Like probably like $20,000 a year, maybe less.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, so now you go from making that to making, for example, let's say $60,000 a year, which is a big amount of money. Now that means you have money to move out of your parents' crib, means you have money to start a business or to just start investing a lot more money. Does that make
Yep.
sense? Your
Yeah,
first
that makes
job
sense.
is going to be your seed capital. So my first job was Gap, work study, and like side hustles. With that money, I put it towards college and I graduated as an accountant. And then with that money, I started putting it into like a side business and I started building it up. And then all while doing that, I was doing YouTube. But I wasn't waiting until YouTube pop off to get anything else in my life popping off. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You're always hustling.
yeah. So you're perfectly normal, honestly. Like you're perfectly fine. You're 24 years old. You're just figuring things out. That's fine. But now that I gave you the nuggets, now it's time to apply. Make sense?
That's true. Yes.
That's all it is, brother. Any more questions?
I definitely have another question. It was about, you said they had an abbreviation in there. It was like CS. They use CSO or CSA to get
It's called SEO optimization. So
S S.
just look up SEO optimization on YouTube explanation, and it'll teach you exactly how it works. But yeah, look when you're broke and you don't have any money, courses are
Uh-huh.
out of the question. So the good thing about being broke is usually you get financial aid. So that's why like trade jobs in college is usually like a good option because you can basically do it basically almost for free. But what I would invest my money on if I were like working at Target and washing dishes would be on books. So you have like you can get Audible, right? It's like $15 per month, and you get like 2 free books, and you're able to buy like a YouTube like book, another YouTube book there, and you read it, and if you don't like it, you just cancel, and then you get your money back. But that way you get
Gotcha.
2 books with the whole course, like in the books basically. You learn all the information and then you apply it. But I wouldn't say like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a $300 course, like a $500 course, because it's gonna change my life. Probably won't. Like I would just do
Yeah.
like the books. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
books, and you can buy a lot more books for $300 than you could for just one course. Make sense?
Yep. That makes sense.
Let me ask you one more question. What's your current financial situation? Like, what do you have any savings? Do you have debt?
I don't have any debt, and I necessarily don't have any savings.
So what do you do with your money?
Right? I mean, right now I'm not really spending it very well, honestly.
That's fine, man.
Lately I'm just kind of been getting more ideas to do better things with my money. But other than
Okay.
that, I wouldn't say I've been really making too much to save too much. But
Mhm.
um, yeah, I haven't really been. I've been just paying my bills and
And by
spending
the
a little
way,
extra money. So
before you worked at Target and you were washing dishes, what were you doing before then?
I had another job.
Okay. Were you making more money or less money?
I was making probably less money.
Okay.
That's
And you were
the
still broke, right?
Yup.
My point is this, right? This idea that when I make more money, things are gonna be a lot better. Doesn't work. You can go from making a lot less money like you were before to making more money now to still being broke, because if you don't have the knowledge, you'll never know exactly what to do with the money. So the first, and by the way, I went through the exact same thing. I
Mhm.
forced myself to save $10,000 all of a sudden I deserved the vacation, I deserved everything because I've been working so hard, and then all of a sudden, like, all the money was gone. So if you
Yeah.
have the knowledge, you'll be able to apply it. So my first step, if I was you, there's a book that changed my life forever, and it's called The Richest Man in Babylon.
Okay. I heard something about that book.
Yes, it's a really good basic book on finance. If you do get the one that's in action. It's just called like Rich Man in Babylon in action. That way, like, you get like information how to apply it with your current life right now. And that's the
Gotcha.
whole idea, man. So if I'm you right now, start learning how to manage the money you have right now, because eventually, if you keep up with all these ideas and you put in the work, you will make a lot of money. But if you don't know how to manage it, you will stay broke. You will go from being
True.
broke making $20,000 to still being broke making 60,000 or even 100,000. Make sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So that's where I would start, brother. And just use all your extra time, free time, to use 80% of it to get the knowledge, and then 20% of it to just start applying it on YouTube and all that stuff, because the application is fairly simple. It's just knowing exactly how to apply SEO optimization, um, how to use thumbnails, how to use the tags. You know what I mean? Like how to
Yep.
create a community, how to create the brand, and don't overthink things. You don't need to wait until you have the money to hire like a professional designer, and none of that stuff makes sense. Okay, just start small with what you have and see
Mhm.
what happens. That's all you got to do. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Verse. And by the way, Verse, these calls are not a one-time thing. So if you want to call back, and in a few days or in a few weeks when you start applying things, you're like, yo, Tommy, I did this, I did that. Feel free to call back. Okay, brother.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, man. Welcome to the long-term team. Peace out.
Thank you. Peace.
Peace out. All right, guys. So that right there was actually Verse. And one thing I've learned, guys, is being 24 years old and not knowing what you want to do is super normal. You know what I mean? Like, there's this big shunning people about this stuff. Like, oh my gosh, you're 24 and you don't know what you want to do with your life. No, I don't. I don't. Okay. I got lucky that I figured things out a lot earlier because I'm just like weird like that. But most people, they don't know what they want to do. So it's all about application. And the reason I said, you were broke before, you're still broke now, is because I used to say the exact same thing. When I make more money, things are going to be a lot better. But it's called Parkinson's Law. The more money you make, the higher expenses go. And that's not what I want to see for anyone out there. So that's why I say, learn how to manage the small amount of money you have right now. And then saying, for example, oh, I'm trying to build a business. It makes you feel productive, but you're not actually being productive, because YouTube is something you can do a lot of, but you have to allow time, and you have to allow things to actually take place and like transform and like actually build up. So while you're doing that, it can take you maybe a day. His first video can blow up just like that, potentially, right? But it might not, probably won't. So it's important to say, okay, so what am I going to do with my extra time right now? What I want to spend my money right now on, so that way I can stop living with my parents and I can actually start being more independent. So that means trade school, means certification, means getting a college degree, whatever it is, something that actually makes sense. That's the idea. And by the way, I forgot to mention this, but something called the rule of 10. So it means you write down the top 10 careers that you're interested in, and you layer them basically on how much do they pay, what's the job prospect, and you do basically a research paper on all those jobs, and you say like, okay, which one is going to be the best, and the last one you get left with is the one you pick, which is usually the one you like the most, pays a good salary, and you're going to enjoy it also. It's not just about the money, but it's also about, do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy it? That's it, guys, okay? I'll see you guys next time. Smash the like button. If you want to join me on my next call, feel free to do so. The link is down below. Calls are free. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Long-term team out. Calls, my face. Click it, subscribe.